All right, so it's not even on their website yet. Good morning, everybody. But if you have not heard the news, rest in peace, Edward Newgate. So hello, One Piece Pirates. Thank you for playing the One Piece card game. On July 28, we added 3 cards to the restricted list as a measure to mitigate the high usage and win rate of the red decks and red leader cards, OP01 Roronoa Zoro, OP02 Trafalgar Law, and OP02 Edward Newgate. Despite these restrictions, we have continued to see these decks play a prominent role in the metagame. In order to provide a more enjoyable user experience of the One Piece card game and promote deck and gameplay diversity, we will add the following cards to the banned and restricted card lists starting November 10th. These cards and other cards may be removed from the banned and restricted cards list in the future based on developments in the metagame and the release of new cards. So they banned Nami. They banned the Newgate leader, which we've been saying forever, and they've just banned Curly Dadan. And they restricted OP03 Marco. So we've got Nami, Newgate, Dadan, and Marco. Marco was limited, which if you remember my original video when they banned Blocker Marco, I said it should have always been him. Should have always been him. He swings 7 in Zoro, and he's got less of a requirement. Marco, you have to be at 2 life. You can do it any time. So I think it's time we free my boy Marco. But this makes sense to me. I've said this from the beginning. I don't think they should both be on the list. I think that's just silly. I think it's made a huge opportunity for other leaders. One, the first thing that comes to my mind is Kid. Second is Purple, because Purple's about to get a huge buff too. So we could see a huge amount of Purple. I know Magellan just spiked in price. We'll talk about that in another video. Emergency Market Watch coming as well. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out because everybody's going crazy because, of course, like Yellow just got stronger. Honestly, I still think Zoro is very strong. In my head also, I'm thinking Kid. If you play Kid with the 8-drop Film Kid, it's going to be huge because then everybody's going to be swinging into your 8K leader and you can swing twice. I think Kid just got a whole lot stronger. Queen. I think Queen lost to Zoro pretty well. I think Zoro is still very good. Zoro just lost to Dawn is all that they've lost, and they can supplement that. They've also lost the Marco, but they were playing just fine before that Marco. I think the Marco is just stickier. Ace. In my head, I don't know. I don't know because the best card we had was that Marco. I think it was back to Marco. I'm not sure. I know I just topped with a build, and replacing the Marcos could be probably fine, but I guess it just depends on... Because the only deck at this point that plays hardcore removal is red. Yellow has Thunderbolt. They have Thunderbolt, and that can remove, but it costs them a life. The Nami makes sense. It's about time Law got hit, to be honest. I think Law might still be good, if we're being real here, because they can still easily just spam out cards. So really interested to see. Also super interested to see if they bring back Ninebeard, because Ninebeard was literally only good in Newgate. The Nami was unfortunate because, of course, they are just putting out that new structure deck with the new Nami reprint. But I understand it because, like, whenever I would play against Law, I'm playing it to pop the Nami. But this is insane, y'all. They just banned the leader. They did do some good hits. I think they did better this time around than they did the first time. Because they could just ban the leader, and then Ninegate never needed to be banned. I mean, he was only good in Newgate. I mean, everybody had to play him because they had to keep up with Newgate. But definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below here on what you think. Do you think that this ban list makes sense? Do you agree with these cards? What do you think is the best deck? I think, honestly, I'm leaning Queen. I'm leaning Queen. But, of course, Ace hard loses to Katakuri, and I've been trying to solve that. So maybe I can figure that out, and if so, I think he has a huge place in the metagame. But it could, Zoro only lost Marco. A lot of people have been not playing like a straw hat version of Zoro. A lot of them have been on the beard package. So interested to see, but this is absolutely crazy. It's not even on their website yet. So here we are, because I looked for their website, but the website isn't even updated. This dropped at midnight, which is crazy. I don't know, because, like, so one of the things I want to talk about is some of the cards coming out are just absolutely busted. Like, they're banning these. We have cards like Moria, choose up to 1 4-cost character or less, and up to 1 cost 2 or less character card from your trash and play them, then play the remaining rested. So you play one of them and you play one of them rested. And this card is going to be absurd. And so they're banning cards left and right. It only made, like, these cards should just be banned from the get-go. And then you've got this Sanji. On play, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. Then play up to 1 revealed character with a cost of 9 or less other than Sanji. Then place the remaining cards in the bottom of your deck. This is kind of crazy. And so, like, we're banning these cards, and we have something like this coming out. When attacking once per turn, set this character as active for 1 Dawn. Win or activate main once per turn for 2 Dawn. Set this character as active so he can attack 3 times. So we've got this ban list. I'm just worried it sets a crazy precedent. But let me know your guys' thoughts, because, yeah, I mean, there's a ton of power creep coming, and with the way that in the US we've been rolling out ban lists, it's going to be super interesting to see, because it just feels like these cards should all just be limited to 1. And that might be what happens. So we'll see. A ton of cards to still be revealed in OP06, but effective November 10th, we have a list, and I believe the next event is on November 11th. So everybody get ready for that. Yeah, the Top Cut Regional, it's going to be a lot of yellow. It's going to be super interesting to see, possibly Zoro. But yeah, if you guys are playing in there, let me know, and let me know what decks you will be playing. And thank you all so much for watching.